Hello. The last time I came on here, I think I was talking about it being sunny. Well, it isn't here at the UK. Um, Ice Station, Exmouth, Devon. it's we're being currently dumped on with a load of snow, and my boys are out shoveling and uh, building things from the white stuff that's falling. But I wanted to put out a video this morning because I am just incredibly inspired, not least by the groups that I belong to, for which I'm truly grateful. The information, the content, uh, the the raw nature of some of these videos has been completely and utterly heartfelt and inspiring to me to keep going the way I'm going, and also to connect all over the world, in fact. And so I've been doing my thing, and I've been currently knee deep in projects um, for which is my passion. Uh, and learning, of course, and staying as open to new ideas as I possibly can. Um, and part of that study, if you like, on that journey of self growth, has been watching my favorite uh, um, transformational inspiration, and that is Kyle Cease. It's no surprise there, and I've said it before. That man has got a handle on things that I can only truly hope to get to, close to where he is as well, and it's available to us all. I know that. But one thing I'd like to talk about particularly, and I see it a lot on these videos, is the vulnerability of people. Um, and I think it's mentioned in some of the media, some of the information I've been following as a vulnerable authenticity (VA) idea. And you know, we're not meant to know everything. We're not meant to know the whole plan for our life. It's okay to be confused every so often. Kyle mentions that it's in one of his talks that it's okay to be confused about your life, because if you know everything, then no new information is going to get in. And so by removing old stories, removing issues, then we create that space, don't we, where new information can can help you and help with your change maybe that you're going through. But unfortunately, like old stories, we are addicted, I suppose, to being small. Uh, we are addicted to that feeling that we get, that neurochemical feeling that we get when things aren't going right. You know, we want it to, in simple terms, we want it um, to remain bad longer because that's where we're familiar. You know, we want it to remain rubbish, which sounds bizarre, but we do in some ways. Um, and so we're almost applying that. We're almost implying that we want it to suck for a bit longer because that's what we know, and we get into this horrible loop. Um, and so when you look at a problem, uh, whatever it is, instead of detaching from it, what we do, we seem to pick it up again. So we say, "Oh, I haven't got much money, or my relationship isn't going that well." Um, and what we're actually almost subconsciously doing is we're picking that thing up again, and we're holding it rather than observing it from a distance and removing it from our life. Every time we talk about it, every time that thing that gets us going or gets us annoyed or cross comes up, we're just picking it up again. And I really resonate with that idea because I think part of your ownership, I suppose, of your stuff is the way in which that you can heal from it. You have to just let it be until it fades away. And so it's not your problem not your job, I suppose, to control the stuff that's gone on in your life. Um, it's it's more a case of just letting it be, learning from it, of course. Um, and you don't even have to explain your past. You don't even have to explain, the things that have gone wrong. You just have to let them be, because you can't, as we know, do anything about that. So instead of looking at what that problem is, instead of trying to explain it, why not look at it in a position where you can talk about what might emerge from that, what I can learn from that. The what ifs. What could this imply? This trouble that I'm having in my life is talking to me. It's telling me something. It's telling me that it's not working, of course. Um, but it's also giving you the opportunity to grow. And I think when you change perspective on it and when you flip it around in that way, then there's something tangible that you can work with. Your creativity comes up. You can expand within that particular area of your life. You can look at things differently, of course. And so, essentially, you could be, one moment away from solving it, one thought away from solving it. And this is where this vulnerability should be in your life. We should have that. It's a very attractive quality, vulnerability. I talked about on my page the other day about arrogance and how people generally, these people who think that they know everything, they've got all the answers, all the solutions. I'm not about exposing that. I'm not about, calling them out on that and saying, how arrogant they are to think that they know it all. What I'm more about is perhaps introducing them to their limitations. Arrogance of it in and of itself is a limitation. It just disempowers you, just doesn't allow you to grow into a more broadened version, a more greater version of yourself. So, instead of being in fear, we should be in flow, and this essentially, I think, what arrogance is all about. But that's another story. But this vulnerability, I love this idea of being vulnerable, and it brings out the authentic nature. So, go with that. Um, be vulnerable, be authentic. That's my message here today. One of many, because I'm stuck in the snow. I will possibly post a picture up there later of what it looks like here, because this isn't the UK, or maybe it is going forward. Who knows? But have a great day. Have a wonderful weekend, and stay vulnerable. Be vulnerable.